It appears the White House is quietly taking steps to compensate for President Biden's age. Politico reporting Biden downplays age talk, but subtle accommodations are being made. And it details what those are, like skipping 3 dinners with foreign leaders in the past year, one of them at the big NATO summit last week. Also, shorter stairs to get on and off Air Force One after President Biden's repeated stumbles going up the stairs. And he's reportedly changing his footwear. It's casual sneakers instead of dress shoes, which can be more prone to slipping. But movie mogul Jeffrey Katzenberg, who is advising the president on his re-election campaign, says Biden's age is an asset. Katzenberg told Reuters Biden is energetic and effective and suggested Republican attacks on his age will backfire, saying, quote, President Biden's age is, in fact, his superpower. I think people have tried to paint it as a liability or a negative, and I think they are going to fail at this because his age is his knowledge and experience, and as he has said, it's his wisdom. Nancy Pelosi, who's 2 years older than President Biden, also coming to his defense.
Age is a relative thing. I think this president, our country is very well served by his leadership. Again, his experience, his knowledge, and it counts for a lot. I was meeting with Frank Gehry, a 90-something architect, showing me new buildings he's building throughout the world. And they were like, 80, he's a kid, but again, it's relative. He's younger than I am, so he's a kid to me as well.
I don't know. Is that a ringing endorsement from Nancy Pelosi? I'm not really sure. But, you know, Katzenberg makes movies for a living. So should we be surprised that he looks at one thing and wants to sell it like something else?
Well, I mean, what do they do in Hollywood? They produce fantasies.
Yeah.
The fantasy here is that you should ignore what you see. And look, I've said it before on this couch. I've said it all along. I won't diagnose him. He needs a proper diagnosis. But let's face it, we all can see what's going on here. And they've got to protect Biden because they have no bench. Kamala Harris is next, and arguably age and wisdom and word salad don't go together well. So what do the Democrats really have? They have to destroy RFK Jr., probably the only other person anybody's paying attention to. They're stuck with Biden.
Gavin Newsom, what do you think?
Not a shot.
Is he warming up, you know, in the bullpen for all this now?
He wants to be warming up in the bullpen, but what's happening in California is, I think, evidence enough for most people to discount that. I mean, there's so many problems that are happening in California right now. Is he really a viable, you know, person to come forward and say, I'd like to be in charge of the whole country when the state is suffering so?
You know, Dagen, when it comes to picking on footwear and all that, I mean, I do kind of just give a yawn to all of it. We often change our footwear. I've broken my ankle in the last 3 years. Yeah, things change. But, you know, when you look at him juxtaposed with some of those he would run against, like Donald Trump, they're not that far off in age. Mm-hmm. Joe Manchin, not that far off in age with the president who's an octogenarian. But what?
Well, I made a joke last night on Hannity. Those shoes, my father will be 87 in a week. And to a man of that generation, wearing those shoes, particularly as commander-in-chief in public, when you're going on, this is formal business, that's the equivalent of wearing your bedroom slippers outside. That's like wearing a Speedo and flip-flops to a funeral. So these elitist snobs in the White House are blithely lying to the American people over and over again because they think we're stupid, and we're not. We've cared for elderly parents and relatives, and we can look at this man and see what's going on. We know dementia, we know age, we know Alzheimer's when we see it. And we look at Joe Biden and think, we would not let him drive our car in an empty church parking lot. We know what's happening with him. It's sad, but distressing.
It's relative. I mean, as we heard from Nancy Pelosi herself saying, it's relative. It is relative. My 96-year-old grandmother passed this month. Up until the last week of her life, she could have almost run a country. She ran a big family with 4 kids, 23 grandchildren, 72 great-grandchildren. Wow. She knew everyone's name. So it is relative. She was 96, but we've all seen the signs for Joe Biden in his his state.
Well, we're not doctors, and you pointed that out. This
Yeah.
is not our lane of expertise, but we also have experience with loved ones.
Well,
That's what you guys are talking about. I don't think it's easy for the White House to deny this, though, because they just don't want to face it.
Let me pick up on that point, the White House denying this. Okay, so Justin Sink of Bloomberg, during a gaggle, goes to Karine Jean-Pierre. You know, he's using these middle staircase. President Trump, I barely remember him ever using that staircase. It was always the grand one. That's what presidents walk down. Justin Sink said, why is he doing that? Karine Jean-Pierre, I don't have any decision process to walk through. I'm sure there's a protocol that's used for Air Force One. Okay. She blamed the wind previously for the falls down the stairs. Now it's protocol. Talked to a former White House aide, also read this in Politico. Those stairs are used for emergencies. They're used if there's bad weather.
Yes.
They're used if an airport doesn't have the main staircase. Not protocol. These are emergency stairs. He has used them in Helsinki, Vilnius, London, Washington, North Carolina, Chicago, Philadelphia, and San Francisco. All of which there was not weather, there was not an emergency, but the White House doubled down and said there are many factors that go into the staircase. But two White House officials anonymously told Politico, okay, we're using the stairs because of possible missteps. So notice the honesty comes with the anonymous White House aides. The dishonesty comes from the press secretary and the official White House statement.
Yeah, and arguably these are some of the same people who've been talking to Axios and other reporting lately, saying his demeanor, his anger, his behavior behind the scenes is something that really causes.
And how did we find out about the CPAP and the sleep apnea? The straps on his face.
Bingo.
All right, we'll move.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.